The disrespect is crazy right now for the Oklahoma City Thunder as ESPN has been releasing their top 100 players going into this NBA season. And right now, they're from 100 to 11 right now with the rankings. And the Oklahoma City Thunder have quite a bit of players in that top 100 so far. To be exact, we have 5. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has not made the list yet. We can expect him to be in the top 5, maybe even the top 3 as well. But there have been some confusing rankings going on so far for the ESPN Top 100 list. Not just for the Thunder, but all teams. I'm going to give you an example real quick before we get in this video. Cade Cunningham is in the 60s when he is clear-cut a top 40 player in the league. It doesn't make sense to me. They have Draymond Green as a better player than him. But we're going to talk about our OKC guys here, specifically where Jalen Williams ended up compared to his 2 other counterparts in Chet Holmgren, Alex Caruso, along with some other guys that have been getting disrespected a little bit, like Dort and Isaiah Hartenstein. With that out of the way, though, I just want to clearly bring up that if you are in the fantasy league, we'll be having our draft Sunday night. The draft will be Sunday night. We'll be doing a live stream for that. Come in, tune in, as we also have a guest coming in before the draft. If you don't know who he is, it's Thunder Talk. He's on Twitter, TikTok, all, the great platforms out there. Go give him a follow. Check him out. He'll be joining us for a live stream. With that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get in the topic and video at hand, talking about the disrespect for the Oklahoma City Thunder and some of their players. I didn't include the pictures and the kind of bio for Dort or Isaiah Hartenstein just because that'd be a lot to go into just today. We might do one for the Ringer as well, as theirs came out and haven't gotten a good look at that yet. But Dort was, I think, at 88. He was either at 88 or 85, and Isaiah Hartenstein was in the other spot. I just feel like the players that are in the league right now that they have above him, Marcus Smart, a lot of these guys, like I said, Marcus Smart for that example, a lot of these guys, it's past accomplishments. Oh, we're banking on the fact they're going to return to their, once former glory as a defensive player of the year candidate, as a great defensive player. We're banking on the fact that they're going to be good once again, even though they haven't been in a little bit. I don't care about their past achievements. If you're ranking the top 100 players going into this season, you need to go based off of the season that they had last year. All right? I don't care if they had a good season in 2020, if they had a great season then, but they've been falling off since then. Oh, we're still going to include them in the top 10 because of that run they had in 2020. Maybe they'll return to that former glory. No, go based off of what they did last year. Last year, were they good or not? Were they better than this player? A lot of times they were not. Draymond Green was, I just keep going back to this Cade Cunningham example, all right, because I'm a big fan of Cade. Draymond Green was not better than Cade Cunningham last year. He was not. Cade Cunningham was a top 40 player. Then you look at some other players in this list, okay? Naz Reid, I can see over Isaiah Hartenstein. I can see that. Marcus Smart, who did not play at all, over Dort? You kidding me? Are you kidding me with that list right there? It's absurd looking at where some of these players have landed. And don't get me started. We're going to go ahead and talk about it now. Do not get me started with Jalen Williams, where they placed him. You would assume Jalen Williams, clear-cut second scoring option on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Someone who had a great season last year, continuously improving. If you're banking on the fact that they're going to be great this season, like all these ESPN analytics have been saying, most improved player, he could even make an all-star team. Top 30 for sure, right? He'd be included in the top 30. Nah, he was left out of the top 30. This is insane. 44. Ranked the 44th best player in the NBA. What is going on with this list? It makes no sense. I understand I shouldn't be falling into this kind of rage bait going on right now for it because that's truly what it's looking like it is. All right? If you even ask Mavericks fans, and they hate us, Warriors fans, Celtics fans, people from every fan base in the league, you would agree Jalen Williams should at least be top 35. That's where I expected him to land. Anywhere from 37 to 30. Maybe even barely cracking in that top 30 at 29, 28. But 44? You're telling me there are, I just can't get over it. I can't. And the players that are surrounding him as well, when I look at it, they just don't make sense to me. Brandon Ingram was right ahead of him. When I think Jalen Williams played better than Brandon Ingram is no longer even really going to be the number one scoring options for the Pelicans. It's looking like he won't even be on the Pelicans because that's how poorly he played last season for him, especially in the playoffs. All right, and this is what they had to say. Williams jumped 51 spots in the rankings. by continuing his rapid ascension into becoming an elite two-way player. After a Rookie of the Year runner-up season, Williams finished 4th in most improved player voting, making significant leaps in scoring, 19 points a game, assists, 4.5, and efficiency, 62.1% true shooting, while typically taking the second toughest perimeter defensive assignment. He also emerged as a cold-blooded closer, scoring 82 points on 68.3% shooting in clutch situations, the best field goal percentage among the league's top 65 clutch scorers. So only good things to say about him, but yet, he's this clutch of a player, he's this good of a scorer. Let's put him at 44, right below Brandon Ingram, who did not play as well as he did did not play as well as Jalen Williams, and he's potentially going to get traded. But let's put him over him just purely based off of the fact that he's had a good few seasons in the past. Yep, makes sense, all right? We're going based off of historical achievement, not what the players did last season for the top 100. Yep, makes sense. Makes perfect sense, ESPN. You did great as always, all right? Fantastic job. Go over to Bleacher Report if you're going to make articles like this. Now going in another player, okay? Chet Holmgren, which I don't want to say I get this, all right? I'm glad seeing one of our guys at 32, especially Chet. I don't want to say this is the perfect spot for him. I expected him to be in the top 40 at like 39, 38, so this isn't too far off, so I can see this. I can definitely see this going in. It's just the fact, I think as Thunder fans, and I want both of our guys to be great, I expect Jalen Williams and Chet to be closer together in the rankings, like 4 or 5 spots away from each other. The fact that Dub was 12 spots away from Chet Holmgren, they should have been closer together. They should have been. They are very similar in skill sets right now. And like just very similar players overall when you look at what they did last season, how much they impacted the team. Just very similar, so they should have been really close to each other. But that much of a gap and that much of a margin, they had good things to say about Chet. Only good things to say about him, all right? It's absurd to me looking at the disrespect, especially towards Jalen Williams. Who is probably going to have an all-star caliber season this year, especially when you look at how he's been shooting so far in the preseason, all the work he's put in, the load that Mark Daigneault has said that he wants Jalen Williams taking down this team. He could average 25, 5, and 5 a game, make an all-star team, and maybe even run for all-NBA third team. But you're going to have him at 44? Come on now. A lot of teams would kill to have Jalen Williams as their second scoring option. This is absurd to look at. It is. Just quite frankly, it is. Now, the last player we'll go over, Alex Caruso. I get this ranking. I completely get this right here. They had good things to say about Caruso, saying that he's only going to strengthen the best, number 4 defense in the league last year, how he played really well for Chicago, should translate over very well for Oklahoma City. It's just, it's frustrating to me to see all this. It is, especially some players that end up above them that I'm just like, what significant impact did they have last season to impact winning at a large-scale level for their team? They really didn't have much. A lot of it is just based off of name value and what have you done in the past achievements, all right? That's purely what it is. That's like, it's just kind of crazy to look at it when you see this kind of stuff. Victor Wembanyama is an example of that as well, who we can all agree Victor Wembanyama is a great player. They had him as the 11th best player, almost in the top 10 after one season. Yes, he played very well. He is a great talent in the league. You're telling me he is almost already a top 10 player in the league? No, he's only at that spot because of name value. Actually do your research, understand how good these players are, and rank them accordingly based off of what they did last season. Not the name value. Not, they're going to get ticket sales. They're going to sell jerseys. Oh, the upside's crazy on this guy. Look at what he did in 2021. Surely he can come back to this kind of scale of player. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Go based off of what they did in the previous season. And then maybe we can start taking you seriously again as a sports media company. Because right now you're slowly turning into Bleacher Report when Bleacher Report posts a bunch of rage bait and clickbaity titles. Just stop it. Do the list accordingly based off of not past success, but the previous season. That's all we're asking of you. Because our expectations were low, and yet you even went lower than the bar we had set for you. That's all I got for this video. Let me know where you guys personally would have ranked guys like Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, all our guys in here. Let me know if you think they're going to leave Shai out of the top 5. If they do, we will riot. I will say that. If they leave Shai out of the top 5, we will riot. Let me know what you guys personally think of this list. Any other guys that you think like, oh, this is crazy that so-and-so was put here. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video.